you ever open an old packet of seeds and wonder, do these still work? Are they still viable? Well, today we're going to be diving into that question. Do seeds expire? And I'll be sharing some really great tips for how to promote the longest life for your seeds. First things first, do seeds actually expire? Well, technically seeds don't actually expire. They don't have a hard expiration date, but they do lose viability over time. That little date on the back of your seed packets, that's more of a guideline for peak germination. After that, the chances of successful germination start to drop off. So what determines how long a seed will stay viable? Well, there's a couple factors to consider. The first factor is seed type. Some seeds just last longer than others. For example, onion seeds like this last anywhere from 1 to 2 years. On the other end, other seeds like beans, lettuces and mustards, and peppers and tomatoes can last anywhere from 5 years or more. Here's just a really basic chart of average seed viability over time for typical storage conditions for a home garden. How you store your seeds plays a huge role in how long your seeds are going to be viable for. Moisture, heat, light are enemies to seed longevity. Store your seeds in a cool, dry, dark place to make them viable for the longest period of time possible. For most home gardeners, storing seed in a covered plastic bin just like this, along with a few desiccant packs, will be just fine. So if you're the kind of person who just throws seeds in random places just like me in my tool bin here, these are not stored in an ideal location. Even though it's dark, it's exposed to the elements, and these seeds are going to lose viability much quicker than the ones I store indoors. The best possible way to store our seeds would be to store them in an airtight container in some sort of fridge, but a lot of us don't have the room to do that.
Hey, are you putting seeds in the fridge again?
No, not. How you store your seed is also dependent on the type of seed it is. Seeds from palm fruits like apples and pears and stone fruits like peaches, plums, and nectarines all require that their seeds are not allowed to dry out. If the seeds from these types of fruits are allowed to dry out, they will lose viability, and most of the time they're going to die. These types of seeds are the exception to the dry rule in the dry, cool, and dark requirements for our typical annual garden seeds. They need to be stored moist. So if you're not sure how viable your seeds are, I'm going to be showing you a super easy way to do a germination test, which is just a really easy way to check how viable your seeds are. But first, I just wanted to share with you very briefly the content that I'm going to be coming out with this year. If you're interested in how to make a basket, wild edible plants, overall permaculture concepts, perennial plants, and so much more, subscribe to the channel. Now, a germination test is something everybody can do at home with nothing but your seeds and a wet paper towel. And it is a very easy way to just get a general check on the germination rate of your seeds. Here's how to do it. Just go ahead and grab about 10 or 20 seeds from your old packet of seeds and just place them on a damp paper towel or a rag or whatever you might have around, and just fold the towel over top of the seeds. The goal is to keep them moist, and you might want to place them inside a plastic bag so it doesn't dry out. And you're going to want to leave this in a warm spot for a few days, maybe 3 to 5 days, and then you're going to check on them. If more than half of your seeds sprout, then they're still good to plant. If less than half sprout, you might want to sow them a little thicker, or just go ahead and discard them and buy fresh seeds. Another thing that really impacts seed viability is the health of the seeds. We want to make sure that we're planting seeds from healthy, strong plants, from good, reputable companies or people we know. So, do seeds expire? Well, not exactly. As we've learned, with proper care and storage, we can store our seeds and keep them viable for much longer than what that packet date suggests. I want to know how you store your seeds. Let me know in the comments below.